Welcome back, YouTube. We are here on Sunday the 29th, June 1997. We will be going to Heat Wave in 13 days. So, in last episode, what we seen was RVD defended his title. Terry Gordy defended his title. Christian and Edge defended their titles. Everyone defended their titles. Okay? What most people, if they were paying attention, will notice is that we have the RVD versus Sabu rivalry, Terry Gordy versus Jeff Jarrett, Christian Cage and Edge versus the Dudley Boys, Too Cold Scorpio and Mike Awesome, New Jack and Batista, Rhino and Nick Dinsmore, and then Shane Douglas and Tommy Dreamer. Not bad matches. It will give the stable some help. So, yeah. We should probably get into it. I didn't actually show anyone in the last video the new plugins. You can do a storyline creator, okay? Say you're having a hard time thinking of a storyline and you want, say, Bob Whitten to say, hey, come on, show me a new title. Okay, we could do these. Okay. I don't know how he would be on a path of destruction, but see, and you really don't have to keep them. Torch. See, you can do these. We also hired Bill Goldberg in the last episode. See? And like I said before, you don't have to select any of them. You don't. We have the new draft system, in which once you make a brand, you can do a draft. Worker manager. This helps a big time. Okay. Because, like, okay, we updated 24 workers. So, we see that Abyss is now a mid card. He's 27 popularity. And the way that I have it listed is 20 popularity, and then you get a 20 popularity and you go to mid card. Okay. That's the way that I see it. Now, we will have some people like Paul White, who is in the main event. And I would actually put Shane Douglas in there. Terry Gordy's doing some great work. I really did not think that he would actually do that good. Because, I won't lie, I didn't. But, so far, his moral's a little low. But his average matches is not bad. It's not bad at all. I can't make him happier, though. With just going down here. Also, once we buy, like, a company, like, for example, okay, we'll say USWA is going out of business, right? Buy it, and you don't have to keep the people that's in there. Can't buy it yet. But There is, you actually can technically buy some of them because right here at negotiations, or not negotiations, but that was wrong actually. I showed you the wrong thing. Promotion buyout. Okay, so you can't really buy them out, but we'll say 800,000. 4 million. See, we wouldn't have that much, but we'll go with right here 60 grand. I may have actually put 80 on that one. See, way too high for a company that's just now starting. And you can even negotiate with him. See? And you can choose the promotion fate. See? And then you just press that. And hopefully a bunch of my workers didn't just get sent down there for no reason. Okay, no, Rhino's still up here. Good. But then you can take and send people like, okay, I think Bill Goldberg will need to. I don't think you'll be doing that anytime this year. Okay? And okay. We'll send him down to yeah, send a developmental. And yeah. Hmm? Okay. So it looks like I may be going through again and deleting more events. Okay. Luckily, they only had this. And there are some other ones too over here. You can do a chaos wheel. And when you spin the wheel, okay. But yeah. And yeah. But we have to go through and get their titles out too. I hate to retire a lineage of a title. But if you notice, they're not even started on lineage. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so we see Rhino defeat Matt Hardy for 53. Not bad. There's an angle featuring the Extreme Revolution backstage, and they're talking about Rhino and their attack. They're gonna plan on him, and Batista defeated New Jack for a 47. Rob Van Dam defeated Taz to keep the television title for a 63. And then Jeff Jarrett's backstage, and he's like talking about um Terry Gordy, and it's, you know how Impact or TNA used to do the cameras backstage, like they couldn't, people couldn't see them. Yeah, is what this is. So anyhow, they start brawling, and Terry Gordy versus Bam Bam Bigelow is the main event. But Jeff Jarrett went in to attack Terry Gordy and hit Bam Bam Bigelow. So yeah, not bad. Public praise, not bad. Raise her arm. Not bad. It's probably not a good idea to ignore New Jack. I won't kind of ignore Taz. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so Jerry Lawler versus James Storm is what starts ECW Hardcore TV off. And it looks like James Storm really had a great match. Huh? Fudge. Not good. I wanted to keep Rhino undefeated. For many, many months. Mick Dinsmore attacked Rhino, and Chris Jericho comes in and engages in a brawl. Bambi versus Francine. Francine wins. Matt Hardy defeated Matt Bloom for 45. Mike Awesome defeated Coco Beware for 64. And then Terry Gordy and Abyss versus Jeff Jarrett and Jesse James Armstrong. Abyss and Terry Gordy wins for 68. Not bad. Okay. We start the show off with Batista defeating New Jack again for 56. And then Rhino defeated Nick Dinsmore. RVD takes on Abyss in a cage match and wins for 70. Not bad. Bam Bam Bigelow versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho lost. Bam Bam Bigelow won. Christian Edge versus America's Most Wanted versus the Dudley Boys. Christian Edge successfully retained the ECW World Tag Team Championships for 64. Shane Douglas defeated Sean Stasiak to successfully retain the TSWA World Championship. And Terry Gordy's making his entrance when out of nowhere Jeff Jarrett hits him with a guitar. And then we see Jeff Jarrett take home the ECW World Heavyweight title. Okay, so Jim Storm gets a firm handshake. Sean Stasiak. I'm just gonna do a public praise. $210. Okay. Okay. Let's. Oh wait, media scrum. Forgot about it. We'll give RVD, and we'll go with. We'll go with Edge. Actually, we'll go with Jeff Jarrett or Terry Gordy. He never mentioned any of them. But okay. That's what they did. Are you gonna tell us? What? The hell? What kind of question is that? Okay, you gonna be alone? You gonna be alone? Take one last one. Okay. Okay, that is it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family. The most important of all, though, share it with your dog.